And Sharp last year, as you said, he was electric.
So it's the Eels who get us underway. The first of 2 games right here on Fox League this evening. And Greg Marju, bullocking left winger, brings it out to play it here at the 20. There is Sharp at dummy half and taking a carry early on. Thomas Cant. Saw a fair bit of first-grade action in 2024. Brayley from dummy half. Comes across to Jack Hetherington, who has always been a big body, but boy, he has really filled out in the pre-season. Brodie Jones now. About 12 short of the halfway. Back end of this opening set for the home side. Tyson Frizzell. The option to stay a night in 2025. He's done exactly that, as Will Price, who saw get a chance in the halves under Adam O'Brien in the second half of last season for the Knights. In the 1 jersey tonight with Kalen Ponga watching on before he takes part of the All-Stars game tomorrow night. You'll see that, of course, live right here on Fox League.
Yeah, nice first touch there from Isaiah Iongi, replacing Clint Gutherson. Plenty of noise around that over the summer. Good first touch. Gee, what an opening set from Charlie Garvin. The Lock of Parramatta working hard in that first set. Love his work. The 13, no Jermaine Hopgood at the back end of last year. And a good start from the Parramatta number 13.
Hands a dummy half. It comes to Brown out the back there through Iongi. And then on this left-hand side, they work it down inside the red zone. Good chance here for the Eels with 1 play remaining in this set. To play the ball from Penasini. Richard, that is. Brown chips one. A chance. Tapped backwards by Tuolangi. Knocked on there by Volkman.
Yeah, nice touch. It was there from Dylan Brown. Perfectly weighted kick. It certainly looked like Tuolangi was going to get there. In the end, he tapped the ball back, and I think it's Fletcher Sharp that gets his right hand to it, unable to control the ball. That'll be a knock on there from Newcastle. And then Volkman, you're right, unable to pick up the loose footy, and now Parramatta with the opportunity close to the line. Volkman to feed the scrum.
Head out towards Brown once again, who just takes them on man. He's too strong and too quick. There's an early statement from Dylan Brown. The Eels grab first points.
Yeah, the $1.2 million man, and he just showed why. Well, as I said, off the top of the coverage, one of the absolute elite ball-running halves in our competition. And with no Moses there tonight, demanding the footy. Couple of nice touches in the first set, and then one-on-one off the scrum. Just gets Cogger sliding out. Too powerful. Too powerful for Will Price. And it's a part of his game that's underestimated at times, his strength. We all marvel at the footwork, but the strength and power of Dylan Brown, Parramatta 5'8". Gee, that's impressive.
Well, it wasn't much of a dummy that he threw towards Jack Cogger, but it was enough for Cogger to completely take his attention away from Brown, who, as you said, Mick, one-on-one there with Price. At close range, he couldn't stop him. 4-0 to the Eels. Ronald Volkman, who was a storyline at this stage 12 months ago after a move from the Warriors to the Dragons, had a shoulder issue. Contract hadn't been registered. The Dragons said, we don't want any part of having you around. They were subsequently fined, a suspended fine, $40,000 by the NRL for the way that all transpired. And now here he is with a chance. See if he can show the Eels what he can do. He adds 2 points. And Parramatta early on here lead the Newcastle Knights 6 points to nil. Downstairs to you, Eloise.
Yeah, if there's ever a time for Dylan Brown to make a statement, it was just under 5 minutes into this trial. Now, Jason Riles, the new head coach, spoke in the game, pre-game rather, desired to get better from Dylan Brown, very impressed and leading the way at training despite all of the outside noise around his contract and where his future lies. And as this nice, wonderful coincidence for Jason Riles in his NRL debut, he comes up against Adam O'Brien, who coached him once upon a time when they were both down in the Melbourne Storm Centre.
There is some real synergy here tonight with Nathan Brown sitting alongside Jason Riles. Nathan Brown can tell some stories from his time right here in Newcastle as coach of the Knights. Witzer Greg playing it there for the Eels as they work it away. Quite the fetching canary yellow strip tonight. The all gold, I love it. Here's Hetherington penalised by the Knights. We saw a rash of penalties for incorrect play the balls in Canberra last night. We'll wait and see how it turns out for Belinda Sharp with the whistle here for this game. She's got a keen eye. Too many players rolling the ball back. The Sharks early on. But subsequently went on to win that one against the Raiders. Tuolangi goes inside the Newcastle 40. Chance here to add more points early on. Just 5 minutes gone. Try on the board already. A man from Temora. Just the 2 games before an ankle injury. Charlie Geimer last year for the Eels. Now Greg. To the edge of the 20. Hands. Looking to his left-hand side. Short ball there for Hengawi. Quick play the ball. He was certainly hoping for a quick one. Hetherington did well to not get penalised. And now Brown away to Penasini. Take him to ground. Good tackle there by James Schiller. Move from the Raiders to the Knights. And now Brown across the face of the uprights again. Tuolangi. He was a target along with Samrani. In the end, it's Sharp who's come up with it for Newcastle.
Yeah, Dylan Brown dominating the kicking game early for the Parramatta side, and that's 2 deft touches just over the top of Fletcher Sharp in that new 5'8" position for Newcastle. You see a powerful carry, trying to find a way through there from the former Raider, James Schiller. And earns his side a penalty. Good carry there from Schiller. Plenty of purpose to it. And it was off of Hengawi, just holding on too long in the ruck.
Hang on. No, get them all back. There you go.
Good early, Parramatta.
Sharp with the ball. A couple of chances, converting one. Brown's kicking, putting the Newcastle outside backs under pressure.
Just interesting was listening to Jason Riles talk about having to get them in a physical position to be able to move the way he wants them to. Boy, Parramatta look lean. Like that, they look a lot leaner. They're a big pack, but they look lean and fit.
The game has certainly gone that way, especially in the forward packs in recent seasons. Now, on this right-hand side, Price comes away to Riley Jones, who takes it to ground just inside the Eels 30. Tackles up their sleeve, though. Now Brayley at the line. Price again doing some ball playing. Cogger to Sharp. Nice hands away across to Maju. The pass is okay. And they'll play it here just inside the 10. From Sharp again. Here is Cogger. Hetherington bumping, offloading as well. Frizzell, Jones, Cogger over the top. Off the boot of Schiller, still there. It might have come off an Eel coming across in cover, and it will be a goal line dropout.
Thought he was a great pickup, James Schiller. 15 games for the Raiders, 9 tries, beautiful ball movement through the middle. And Jaden Brayley having some nice touches as that link man through the middle when they're going off those longer shifts. Adam O'Brien, yeah, he was hoping that Schiller was able to bring that one back in, but Newcastle's attack looking sharp.
Eels go short. Left there to cleaned up. Kyle McCarthy on this left-hand side. A taste of first grade in 2024 did McCarthy. Now Cant on this left edge with Frizzell, the other edge forward on his familiar right-hand side. Brayley waits. Comes to Sharp at first receiver here. Cogger waiting for a chance on that right-hand side. Frizzell taken the ground there eventually by Wiramu Greg, and now comes out through Cogger. Nothing doing as I.P.S. Paul was there. Ends up with the ball eventually. Shows it. Now he's heard it towards the sideline. Penasini vision there of taking him into touch. Brayley did well not to knock out on Jones under pressure. Keeps it going to Cogger. Here's Cant running towards the tackle there of Tuolangi. Just inside the 15. Sharp, last play. The speed is evident. He took some stopping. He just about got there.
Change over right there. Last second. Hang on.
Yeah, nice work there. Fletcher Sharp, he's been busy. Had a real chance out to that right-hand side. Jack Cogger had the footy in his hands, and just a breakdown in communication. Newcastle spending a little bit of time down on Parramatta's line, putting a bit of fatigue into them as they get their line speed going through Hetherington and Frizzell.
Jaden.
Yeah, a little too eager.
Early.
Linda Sharp there just calling Jaden Brayley and Parramatta a chance just to catch their breath. Just looking on that far side of the field was yeah, Richard Penasini presents a little leaner than brother Will. But boy, you just saw the strength of him there handling Kai Pearce-Paul, a real player of the future. Richard Penasini.
Richard on the development list. At some stage you'd imagine both of the brothers in the top 30 for the Eels on the field at the same time. What the physique. Off of Ngawi now, inside the 40 as he rolls to be taken down by Hetherington around the legs. Frizzell slowing down the play of the ball legally as Brown comes across on this left-hand side. Katonga doing well, but keep it alive. There was a touch forward there from Penasini.
Beautiful work there. He could be a real find for them. He's had some nice moments when he's got his opportunities, Katonga, and there it is, just the bump on Cogger. Shrugs off Pearce-Paul. Ball round the court. Beautiful to Wyongi. Kept the ball alive, and you said just Penasini unable to scoop up the ball as it dipped low on him, but power from there. Left edge, back rower, Kidione Katonga, who's come over from the Bulldogs. Some good early signs from the big back rower.
Built up their forward stocks over the past couple of seasons, the Bulldogs. You can't keep them all. Tonga squeezed out. It'll be a handy pickup, as you mentioned, for Parramatta. So Maju here at the Knights 30. Brayley jumps out of dummy. Half Sharp was there, just missed the kick. He was looking for him, Brayley. Sharp arrived just a beat too late. Well, here eventually through Frizzell now on this right-hand side. Kai Pearce-Paul. They'll play it eventually for Brayley on the last. Cogger put the kick in, out towards Maju, pushing through. Chance from McCarthy, but taking the mark quite nicely there was Jay Tungle.
It's been a rough period for Jaden Brayley. But boy, he's been sharp in the opening 10 minutes of this one. Looks like he's had a terrific pre-season, some nice work. As we see a forced error here from Jack Hetherington. Big, powerful shot. Jaden Brayley looking good for Newcastle. He does. He looks much bigger, doesn't he, Hetherington? Boy.
5 or 6 kilos by the looks of things. And all he brings as far as his aggression, he's always had that as part of his makeup on the field. He's found a way to find the edge and stay on the right side of the edge in the last 2 or 3 seasons after he had all sorts of issues when he broke through, of course, with the Penrith Panthers, and then beyond that, Bulldogs, the Warriors.
Other than when Reed Barney just got him a little hot under the collar.
Most of the time he's been okay in recent seasons. Reed can do that, though, to the best of them. And they're here at the edge of the 20, trailing by 6. Ready for dummy half. Frizzell in the 13 jumper. Just tipping it on there to Brodie Jones. Nice meters after contact there. They're within reach. Cogger, a little no-looker for Price. It also looks as though he's added a little bit of beef in 2025. Comes back to Brayley again. Cogger out the back. Sharp. Some numbers here. Sharp was halfway through. Chose to pass. He'd like that moment over again. And if he backs himself, he might have just proven to be too quick for them. Chance again for Newcastle. Watch it again as he goes to the line. Well, look there, good work in the end to stay with the play from Jordan Samrani to put the pressure there and get the mistake from Sharp. Ball comes free here, ripped out by Kai Pearce-Paul from Kautonga. That'll give Parramatta a chance to come down and put some pressure on the Knights.
Well, he's certainly looking to promote the ball, Katonga. Just look at that, out in the right hand again. You're right, it was beautiful shape through the middle. Brayley and Cogger really put Parramatta's right edge under pressure and had Sharpers backed himself, and Adam O'Brien said he won't be the finished product tonight, but he does look dangerous. Getting ball in hand, he looks terrific.
Here's Greg. Lays the platform for them just outside the 20. Comes from hands to offer Hingawi. Not quite 15 gone. Parramatta with the only try of the game to this point. Hands again for Brown. Now Tonga back on the angle. Just lost that one cold. Bumped into Brodie Jones. Couldn't hang on to it. He thought it was ripped out. I suggested, well, I was going to say it. Surely they won't challenge this.
Got a captain's challenge.
But they
Parramatta, coming into tackle 3, I've ruled loose carry.
My initial reaction is he bumps, and as he pulls away, the ball just comes free. I'm not sure he'll win this one unless Brodie Jones's hands underneath the bottom of the foot.
There's no intent to strip from Newcastle. Kitty Ioane loses possession of the ball. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Yeah. Right call.
We'll put that one to bed for the Eels. Something for Jason Riles to work on.
Both
Kitty Ioane
sides.
will be told no more challenges for a little while, perhaps, by the new coach.
That's it. Yeah.
His challenge card has been revoked.
Done. That's it. No more. Both sides creating chances in the opening 15 minutes. Just execution letting them down.
Steamy conditions, as you would expect at this time of the year. Late summer, early evening in Newcastle. It's Greg Marju, the play just inside his own 20. On his left-hand side, Thomas Cant, little in and away. Eels jumping the gun
Jordan,
here.
offside.
Gee, it looks like Adam O'Brien's given Jaden Brayley a lot more control around the ruck, and obviously with him not being available for different parts over the last couple of seasons, but he's got options either side. He's very active. A lot more happening around Jaden Brayley, and he looks terrific at the moment.
We saw up in the coach's box, Phoenix Crossland watching on.
Yeah,
been enormous the last season and a half for the Knights, given the time that Brayley has missed in the 9 jersey, and also from Parramatta, Matt Arthur, signed to join the Knights in 2025. So options in the hooking role. Here's Price. Sort of step and show the ball there, cleaned up by Tuolungi. It comes from Brayley. Now Frizzell, Cogger, Pierce Paul, fended away from Brown, popped it over the top. There was half a chance there. And now a whistle for a play potentially taken without the ball. Riley Jones never got a hand on it before he was tackled on suspicion. And the Knights will stay with it.
Had some great moments, didn't he, last year? Kai Pearce-Paul, so big and athletic. Right arm free there, and they're on the attack now. Newcastle quickly through Hetherington.
Thought he lost it. Yes, he did. They just came free. And contact at the back there of Charlie Guymer, so a full set of 6 wasted by the Knights.
Both sides just need to relax a little. Really trying to force it.
Let's go, guys.
And as you said, just warm, steamy conditions here in the Hunter. And the ball just proving really hard to handle for individuals at the moment. Neither side with great rhythm after the early try to Dylan Brown. If you missed it, beautiful work off a scrum close to the line, just too powerful for Will Price.
Here is Wiramu Greg as the Eels roll up their sleeves to do the hard yards. Let's see how long both coaches wait here with their starting side before they head to their bench and their rotation. Knights have named 28 players for this game. Likewise, the Eels as comes across to Tuolungi, back at the halfway line, 4 tackles gone. Now off for Hingawi, runs towards Cant. Hetherington also there as they'll play it. Come down the short side. Volkman will kick it down this narrow channel. Chance there for ball to be taken on the full by Will Price. Didn't get to that, and the Eels were in front of the kicker and inside the 10.
Hold on, wait till everyone's on side.
We'll see who it was back on the inside there. A couple of chasers. Iongi certainly one of them. Easy let off there for the Knights. We begin here. Kyle McCarthy. Towards the 40. Marju.
It's been a handful, hasn't it? When he's had these yardage carries again. One of these great strengths, so powerful.
Picks up 15 metres there. Frizzell, Cogger out the back. Goes through the hands of Price. Jones wrapped up very quickly there. Good tackle by Arthur Miller-Stephen. Cogger looks. Finds Frizzell. Took on Greg, who got him above the shoulders. Back-to-back penalties here against the Eels in these steamy conditions. We'll see how their defence is as they get through a bit of work defensively. Not a lot in it, but certainly contact there on the neck or the side of the jaw.
Just need to spend some time in Newcastle, build some pressure. Put that fatigue back into that Parramatta defensive line. Been a lot of stop-start footy for the last couple of minutes. Hetherington a strong carry now to the 20-metre line.
And from midfield, set restart here. Too long getting off the tackle player were the Eels. Brodie Jones, right in front of the uprights. Comes to Sharp, a little no-looker there. Hetherington has put it down once again. Sharp, nice little ball off the hip, and his touches so far with backing himself at this end of the field. Well, the short ball there.
Shot from Tuolungi into the rib cage there, just jolts the ball free. Volkman isolated, you're right. Really nice work from Fletcher Sharp, playing really direct, isolating the big man on small man there. Shot from Tuolungi enough to dislodge the ball. And again, Newcastle unable to get through a set of 6. It's been a challenging period for them, their ball control.
Midway through this opening half, first of 2 games tonight. Cowboys and Dolphins to follow this one. Boy, talking about steamy, how will it be up there at Barlow Park in Cairns?
Oh yeah, Tyson Frizzell out on Guymer, absolutely levels it. The veteran showing a little bit of purpose, inspiring his teammates, so Hetherington starts to dial it up.
Well, he's tough though, Charlie Guymer, we know that. The glimpses we got of him in 2024 will come tough from tomorrow. Hands waits at dummy half. Play the ball there from Offa Hingawi inside the 40. Plenty on it, a little bit too much. Right idea from Brendan Hands, and it was only maybe a football width too big.
Yeah, did a good job, Hands, to try and keep himself inside that 40-metre line. Looking for the 40-20. Just a few too many leg weights over the summer one.
On the leg press.
Too much leg press there. Just gave himself a metre too much.
Putting the big ones up at Kellyville. Training base with the Eels these days as Brodie Jones plays it. Here is Cogger, rapid to the left-hand side. Price showing it. Stopped there by Tuolungi and also Volkman. Still 4 tackles left in this set. Frizzell, Cogger, switching back to the right-hand side. Piers Paul. So big and rangy. It'll take 3 of them to take him to ground as he plays it through Jones. It comes now. Brayley, Cogger on the inside there. Frizzell did well. Would easily put that one down. Came down on top of Offa Hingawi. Now it's Cogger again. Plenty of touches in this set. They bypass Sharp with hands from McCarthy to Marju. He dives in. He grabs Newcastle's first. They've hit back. Big involvement from Jack Cogger in that set of 6. In the end, the hands to the left-hand side. They were very nice.
Yeah, the ball movement's been terrific from Newcastle. Execution hasn't been great in the opening half, but this time they get it right. Beautiful catch and pass there from McCarthy. And Marju, well, that close to the line, we've seen it for a number of years now. He's just so hard to stop. Does a great job, locks the ball into that right hand and then gets the footy down. They have caused this Parramatta edge, well, both edges in fact, some trouble. Really stripping them from numbers with the ball movement. Brayley and Cogger have been terrific through the middle, and when they've come left towards Fletcher Sharp, they've looked just as dangerous. That's nice work from Marju. And Newcastle on the board.
bit of possession in the last 5 minutes or so. They've had 4 of the last 5 sets, 7 of the last 9, in fact. And finally, off the back of that weight of possession, they managed to grab their first try of the game. Greg Marju, 7 tries in 2024. It's not a big tally as far as wingers are concerned in the NRL, but we know what he does at the other end of the field, which is where he adds so much value to this team.
Well, their attack looks like it's been overhauled for the better Newcastle. It was an area that they struggled last year, only averaging 3 tries a game. Definitely a lot more expansive, which is good to see.
Will Price from out wide hooks it away to the left-hand side. It stays at 6 points to 4. 16 remaining here in this first half in Newcastle in the pre-season challenge. Live right here on Fox League. McCarthy again could catch and pass. Jamming in, Jake Tungord couldn't get there in time to shut that down. And he was hit coming across by Isaiah Iongi, the former Panther. Almost a straight swap for Blaze Talangi, who's gone the other way to the foot of the mountains to potentially be the halves partner of Nathan Cleary. So a try apiece, 2-point game. As he gets us back underway. The wheels are kicked around. Marju, who just puts the foot on the pedal and says, "Here I am, stop me if you can."
Boy, that's twice that Parramatta have had to kick off, as we see.
You took him out of play.
Belinda Sharp just pulling the play up here. That's twice they've kicked off to Greg Marju. If there's one bloke on the field you don't want to kick to, it's Greg Marju. And they've kicked the ball to him twice.
Kick it out on the full. Do anything. But don't kick it to him. There's no hang time on the kick either, so he had a full head of steam up as he came back towards them. Now Piers Paul just short of the halfway line. Cogger comes to Frizzell.
He's been good, hasn't he? Tyson Frizzell really leading the way through the middle with Brayley.
And this man Cogger, another Brayley there at dummy half, and Cogger in the build-up to that try scored by Marju. Really warming to the task, getting him very involved in all his choices. First rate, explored the right-hand side, came back to the left-hand side. Eventually found the Eels wanting. Miller Stevens taken down there, just inside the 30. Rossini following suit. Hands to Kautonga. Driving those legs. Looking out the back there for an offload. Really fancies it. Always put the ball down here, but they get a whistle that goes their way. Hetherington asking the question of his teammates, and I really forced that ball out. Oh, gee. He's a little lucky there.
Yeah, well, he was brilliant with his first touch, the offload around the corner. He's had some issues with his hands, and boy, he was lucky to get away with that one. Gideone Katonga, the left edge back rower from Canterbury, now at Parramatta. Certainly looks strong in contact.
We've had changes being made by both teams. Jason Riles goes to his bench. Tony Mataeli out there now as moving forward through Sam 2 of 80. Going to hands is Volkman, little no-looker. Iongi, what a ball that was to Tungor. A terrific pass. Lovely stuff from the Eels on this right edge. A couple of forwards to the line, and then a chance out wide. And watch this pass again.
This is slick work from Parramatta. Watch the work from Volkman, how straight he plays, and then just changes his head position. That really put Cant under pressure. The back rower. Sharp also defending outside him. And then the work of Iongi. Well, that was crisp, direct, and right out in front. Look at that there from Volkman. Great story, isn't it? It's been a bumpy 12 months for him. Gets an opportunity to start tonight, back in the NRL level. And a beautiful short side raid down their right-hand side, linking up with Iongi. And the work there, the put down from Tungor. Yeah, Riles enjoying that one. And Parramatta back in front.
That was a great shot. Ronald Volkman going to the line, really digging in and stopping Newcastle from sliding. And then Iongi, who, as we mentioned just a moment ago, making the transition from Penrith, the ball that he put on, a little no-looker for Jake Tungle. When you're looking for somebody to replace Clint Gutherson, what he's brought to the Eels over many seasons, quite obviously, Eels fans might be smiling at the moment from what they've seen from a player the Panthers rated, but again, you can't keep them all.
He looks terrific.
Trying to fade this one back. Volkman stays straight, misses on the left-hand side. But a nice try scored by the Eels gives them a 10-4 lead, Eloise. Watch it again.
Yeah, beautiful work, wasn't it, from Isaiah Iongi? Just great change of pace and acceleration out the back, and then the pass perfectly positioned for that man there, Jake Tungle, who got some great opportunity last year under the coaching of Trent Barrett. And again, showing his quality right there.
Back underway. Back to Eloise in a moment there. Some problems in the steamy conditions, humidity, the bugs in our system.
Keep an eye on this bloke, Australian schoolboy in 2022. He's played back-to-back years in the New South Wales under-19, Sam Tui Tavati. A big, powerful middle forward. There he is there. Can't miss him with the haircut, but boy, he can play. So, lost ball there from Tuolangi. And again, Parramatta was unable to get through a set of 6.
They've put themselves a couple of times now at this end of the field, having used their challenge. Whether they were thinking about it there or not matters not, because they're without a challenge.
Just the basic fundamental of controlling the footy in collision. It's always a challenge at this time of year. Perspiration, the sweat all over the footy. As you said, warm, steamy conditions here, and that time just the hand of Kent coming around. And Newcastle now in great field position. Look for Cogger to go back to work. He's been good in the opening half.
Nice little juggle there. Turns it back on the inside for James Schiller, and he puts it down. Well, it's tit for tat. The Eels get a do-over here. Now Brown down the short side. Almost got away there from Jack Cogger, having beaten Will Price to score the opening try of the game in just the 3rd minute. We've had almost half an hour of action here in Newcastle. They come on the attack again, the Eels. But changes once again. Riley Smith out there at dummy half. Here he is in the bright blue headgear. Brown now. Volkman. No looker again. Tuolangi goes straight through. And Ronald Volkman showing what he can do as a backup to both Mitch Moses and Dylan Brown. Terrific ball once again. Second no-look pass he's thrown in the last 3 minutes, and they've scored both times. Yeah,
again, just watch the deception here. Brown, great tempo, nice and straight, and then Volkman, the no-look pass and perfectly timed pass for Kelma Tuolangi. Out on the right edge, great width of pass from dummy half. Brown, great tempo on his primary shape there, and Volkman just straightening up on Kent. Inside shoulder there was vulnerable. With Fletcher Sharp defending in that 5'8" position, and Tuolangi on the outside of Price. Always going to be a challenge to stop him, but the work of Volkman, 2 beautiful back-to-back involvements from the little halfback. Great to see him back and dominating in the opening half.
Well, that was tremendous.
Yeah.
A nice moment for Kelma Tuolangi, who had one-stage surgery on a thumb injury back end of the season for Parramatta, and then in their final game against the West Tigers in what was the Spoon Bowl at Campbelltown, suffered a broken hand, which also needed some work done in the postseason. But this man, the lucky rat's tail, still there for Ronald Volkman.
Yes.
14-4. Impressive so far from the Eels, despite the errors they've made in the last 15 minutes at their own end. 2 points on the board once again. Make it 16-4. Parramatta over Newcastle, Eloise.
Yeah, as Parramatta take the lead off the back of Ronald Volkman. Mick, you mentioned that it's nice to see him back. He was released from his contract from the Warriors at the end of 2024. He was meant to link up with the Dragons, but that all fell over after he failed a medical, and then the Eels picked him up on a one-year deal, and he's certainly put his best foot forward, setting up Kelma Tuolangi, who also celebrates his birthday this Sunday. Perfect 4 points for him.
Tuolangi scores the latest try for the Eels. 3 of them now, with the one scored by Marju for the Knights.
They've brought some energy, the changes, just what Jason Riles was after. A bit of youth coming onto the field, getting an opportunity on the NRL level. There's a good carry off the kick-off there from Tui Tavati.
Jackson Pryke here, 10 short of the halfway line. Jason Ryle said with a nicer build-up, no losses as yet to worry about for the Parramatta Eels. Seemed pretty relaxed in the pre-game chat with the crew in the studio as here again towards the Knights 40.
Here comes Hastings for his first involvement. Brown goes to the air.
Pressure here on Price, looking a little nervous there for a moment. An adjustment as he came down to him. The Eels have done well off the back of points. Changes coming up here for the Newcastle Knights. Jackson Hastings with his headgear on. See where he lines up. What change is for Adam O'Brien. As Marju comes in for a carry, Jones has to duck in to help out from dummy half. Brady remains on the field. And here is Hastings.
Yeah, looks like Fletcher Sharp's gone to fullback. And Jackson Hastings looks like he's slotted into the halves, potentially.
Kick comes down here. He brought back Josh Parley as opposed to Papali'i.
Yes.
I had that discussion in 2024.
In fact, Jackson Hastings looks like he's playing in the middle.
Seems to be the case. He went to the middle. Sharp remains on the left-hand side. Cogger's still out there on the right-hand side. Price took that kick in the previous set. He's still there now, pushing up into the line as the Eels go on the attack. So Hastings playing in the 13 role on this left-hand side. Barley will go to ground at the 20. Benasini from dummy half comes through Tonga.
He certainly looks like he's bulked up, Jackson. There's no doubt about it. So maybe that's where Adam O'Brien and the coaching staff of Newcastle are looking at him.
Brown, ball out the back. Here's Volkman again. So Rani, little step there on McCarthy. Can't get it away. Well, he did eventually, but after the whistle had blown to end the set of 6. The Eels putting some pressure on again. Peter O'Sullivan, recruitment manager in the background there. One of the best in the business. Much travelled recruitment manager, of course. In recent times with the Dolphins.
Great work.
In recent times, the Newcastle Knights going backwards here inside their own in goal, and they'll be forced to drop it out.
Yeah, well, it's an area that Parramatta really haven't established the dummy half role, and you can see the energy from Riley Smith, who's come onto the field. Great tackle here. Really nice tackle on Riley Jones. Back into the in goal. And the work there from Riley Smith has been good. Nice take there from Semrani, and gets his side a penalty.
In a dangerous position.
You got Brendan Hands, Lussick still there. And all of a sudden we're getting a look now at young Riley Smith in the dummy half position. Good take there from Sam Rani. Did well to come down with the ball.
Well, McCarthy penalised there for tunnelling underneath the catcher on the short kickoff. Caught him down in a dangerous position. He was tweaked a couple of seasons ago now in that situation. As Smith waits for the play the ball. Underneath the uprights, Brown sends it back on the inside for Atali there. Only 5 away. Dig himself, Smith. Only the red and blue jumpers in front of him though. He's still going and pushes his way all the way inside the in goal. He's
You're going to play it short of the line,
blue
Matt.
and gold wombat.
He wanted that one, Riley Smith. Like to see Dylan Brown get his hands on the footy here.
Time back on. Midway through the set, Brown, show. Takes the ball himself, nothing doing this time after grabbing that opening try in the game. Smith, double carry there, he had options. Tuolungi was the man on the outside. Pryke was inside him. Smith toes it forward. Ball off the ground. There was no whistle. It'll be referred as no try, but playing to the whistle.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's a reward here for Riley Smith.
Coming into tackle 5, I have no try. Just looking at whether it's a loose carry or whether the ball's stripped out by Newcastle.
Yeah, no doubt Kelma Tuolungi was just trying to squeeze the ball out the back. He ran the crash play for Smith close to the line, trying to get the arm underneath to offload.
Just looking to determine if the ball's lost or if it's stripped by Newcastle.
Certainly plenty of hands around. It looks like it's Fletcher Sharps that's pulling down on the footy there. I think it goes
There's
backwards.
no clear intent to strip. Kelmer's trying to move the ball in an attempt to offload. The ball is then lost. We have a decision.
Yep. Lost ball. It's going to be your scrum.
He's brought some great
Middle?
energy.
Okay.
Riley Smith, look at that. He was just competing hard around the ruck.
Yeah.
Didn't give up on the play.
Just when I say.
You can see that one go either way.
Just go
Riley
on me.
Smith,
I'll
a
judge.
former Australian schoolboy cricketer,
Yeah.
looking to break his duck.
Looking to get off the mark.
That's impressive, Nick. Dual Australian schoolboy in rugby league and cricket. You don't see many kids coming through. Normally, if they're talented in a number of sports, they choose the one these days and say, that's the path I'm going on. Could have had a chance to be a baggy green Australian cricketer.
Yeah.
Instead, he's taken the path of going into the hooking role. I don't know what's easier, playing in the middle of the field or facing Jasprit Bumrah.
He's held.
What do you reckon?
Personally, I'm comfortable in the middle of the field.
Don't want to face Jasprit?
I'm staying away from Jasper.
Bumrah, my goodness. Now it's Hastings. Ball here off the hip. They take it across the 40. Comes out the back. It'll be played on. Tuolungi had it. And stolen by Brayley after he'd made
Stripped it on the ground.
contact.
He takes possession and then you stripped it on the ground.
I think the message from both cases will be half time is, boys, we just need to respect the footy. We don't need to offload every single time we're in a contest or we can get our arm free. Like you can just see there, they're just trying to squeeze the ball out. Sebastian Sewer, I think it was. And Parramatta now, can they capitalise on another Newcastle error?
Just inside 3 minutes before half-time. Taylor takes it down here to the edge of the 20. Smith waits at dummy half. Numbers out this right-hand side. Volkman, Cassie was looking for there. A mix-up on this right edge. He wants a tackle there. They'll bring it back to the middle to get themselves a bit of shape once again. Volkman was handed off there, and Pryke will work it towards the uprights. Midway through this set. Slowish play the ball. No restarting of the sets. Volkman off Brown. Quick hands again. Petticini. Only a metre short. He thought about trying to reach out. Kautonga comes back through Volkman. Inside there. Taken down was Tuivati. And now Smith. Last play here. Brown at the line. It comes out the back. They pick them with a nice block shape. And Josh Papali scores for the Eels.
I have been ultra impressed when Volkman and Dylan Brown have taken on the line, just how straight they've played. The work here of Riley Smith out of dummy half, finding Dylan Brown. Watch how straight he plays and what it does to the defensive line, and the speed of Josh Papali. Watch Brown here, just goes direct, straight at Kai Pearce-Paul. Got the interest of Cogger and the speed of Papali out the back. Yeah, just too much there for Riley Jones. And well, we spoke about Iongi. We know what he brings. Well, Papali the same. He is electric with his speed and footwork coming across from the Bulldogs. It could be a real handy pickup for them.
Well, the Eels making the Knights pay for just turning it over. The Newcastle Knights, from the 25th minute onward, have only had 4 chances with the ball. They've completed 1 set. Parramatta have had 11 of the last 14 sets of 6. And as a result, the scoreline has blown out here. Volkman converts, Papali try, and makes it 22 points to 4. Great opening half in his new and first head coaching role for Jason Riles. Has pulled every rope beautifully so far here. Nathan Brown's on his feet, thinking, boy, if it keeps going like this, we might be onto something, Jace.
Yeah, they'd be very impressed with what the halves combination have dished up. Brown and Volkman, when they've had their chances, have had some beautiful touches in the opening half. Look at the run meters there. Since the 26th minute, that's phenomenal. Newcastle, just no footy.
Just to emphasise, yes, that dearth of possession. One more play here for Parramatta. Something up their sleeve. No, instead they'll just punch it forward. I'll get one more in here before the siren. They won't. Jake Tungor tried to play it. The siren has beaten him. But at the moment, it's the Eels convincingly beating the Newcastle Knights. After 40 minutes in this pre-season challenge game in Newcastle, it's the Eels 22, the Knights 4. Dylan Brown, well, they've played a lot of football together. That isn't the case. They're back underway in the second half. The Knights, with the restart, catch their mate up against the dead ball line. The Eels will work it away from their own end as Matali will play it here just inside his own 10. Sam Riley. Didn't see a lot of the ball in the opening half on the right-hand side. Zana Youngie, a lovely pass for Jake Tungor to score on the right edge. One of the many tries the Eels grabbed in that first 40. And they put it through the hands as Brown shift on. Some confident play here. As Penasini will play it almost back at the halfway line. Smith jumping in there to dummy half. And now Brown goes back into Newcastle territory. They picked up from where they left off before the break. Kick here.
Roll ball. On play 5 from Dylan Brown,
It won't matter. First of the game.
First of the game. Yeah, Parramatta there unable to finish their set. Dylan Brown just stepping over the footy. Belinda Sharp having none of it. And it's Matt Arthur now out there for Newcastle.
Out now, 20!
So there again, we saw a raft of those, as we said earlier in the game last night in Canberra. Ooh, Jackson Hastings, flat pass there, more than flat. And unfortunately, the Knights have picked up from where they left off, having had so little ball in that final 15 minutes before half-time.
Jackson Hastings playing as that middle service in the lock position and just too deep into the line after half-time. It's Sewer that just needed the footy in his hands a little earlier. You could see the line speed there. Bryce Cartwright out of the line, so too Joshua Lynn. And a turnover early in the set from Newcastle won't please Adam O'Brien. Parramatta back with the footy through Penasini.
See if they can add another try to the 4 they scored in the opening half. Smith goes to that right-hand side. William Latu makes a carry. Bustling run. There's Knights defenders on the ground. Brown getting it back on the inside here. Lovely ball with a right-hand offload. Comes back to Latu. Keeps it going to Penasini. They are offload happy here tonight, the Eels, and it's working right up until that point there. Boy, there is the first commentator's curse for 2025.
Yeah, it's been offload city. Both sides just looking to promote the ball all the time. And unless you can sight your target, like that's the key. And a couple of times there, Parramatta are able to do that. And so they remained with possession. Tui Tavati, though, unable just to catch that one off his chest. And again, a disrupted set for Parramatta. Can Newcastle just manage to get through a full 5 tackles here?
That'll be the task for Adam O'Brien. He'd just like to see them get through, get into an arm wrestle here and just go set for set to just get through what they've been working on in the training paddock ahead of this first pre-season game as Jackson Hastings takes a little carry, minimal gain there. Now Arthur playing with plenty of his old teammates from the lower grades of the Eels. See what he can offer from dummy half. Comes down the short side. And then he had an option there. There was a chance in the end. Couldn't find McCarthy as Sharp. Tumbling kick, end over end. Not his best. Maybe something to work on as far as a transition into the 6 role is concerned. A bit of a tumbling kick. Easy catch there for Miller Stephen. They bring it away from their own 20.
Yeah, not the end of the set they're after. Keep an eye on a couple of really good young kids onto the field now for Newcastle coming through their system. Jermaine McEwen, jersey number 20. And New South Wales under-19s SG Ball Player of the Year. And Connor Vitano, the 18-year-old. A lot of noise out of the Hunter about Connor Vitano, the fullback for Newcastle. Keep an eye on him. Jersey 19.
Eels go on the attack. Playing here 40 metres out. Partly one of the try scorers in the first half. Brown, good stop there. Hit by Matt Croker, who drilled him and forced the ball free. And Newcastle needed that because Brown scheming down that short side was looking oh so dangerous.
Great body position there. Never took his eyes off the ball runner and dipped late right into the rib cage there, Matt Croker. I've got a big rap on Croker. Really think he can contribute to Newcastle this year. A couple of seasons into it. And as we see now, Sateni Takomo out there now for Newcastle.
So they're at the halfway line as Arthur finds Hastings. Bypasses Croker. Tyson Gamble also out there. There's Riley Jones. It goes to ground. 10 into Eels territory. Play it here. Logan Aoki in the honest dummy half, playing on this right wing as both coaches get right through the 28 players they named for this game this evening. Gamble puts a kick in, going up high to take it. Good catch there made by the Eels. And they'll work it away from deep inside their own territory. Bryce Cartwright, first touch in 2025.
Yeah, just need a little more height on that one from Gamble, just to allow Connor Matano, the young star who's coming through, as we see a loose carry here. Another error. Fletcher Sharp swoops and Newcastle a chance to get on the board first here in the second half.
What have they got here? Seems like an age as they had a chance inside the 20. The mistakes they made back end of the opening half. They've made 3 to begin this second half. Sharp now out the back. Good hands again. Jones keeps it going. And Logan Aoki on the end of the line. He strolls in to score, and their first chance inside the 20 for what feels like half an hour, and they've got points.
I think it was Miller Stephen that came up with the error for Parramatta, and another one. Yeah, there it is. Sewer just heavy contact into the ground. The ball just comes trickling out. Fletcher Sharp swooped on it, and no surprise. Fletcher Sharp linking up with another young star coming through their system, Connor Vitano. Beautiful hands, nice and calm under pressure. Linked up with Riley Jones. And a nice little finish there for Logan Aoki over in the corner. Newcastle on the board in the second half. And mounting a comeback.
Yeah, it was good hands from Jones, who summed things up very nicely there. The former Australian schoolboy from back in 2023, Logan Aoki. Comes there, just their second try of the game. 22 points to 8. Loads of time remaining in this one. Save the blushes of the home fans who've turned out in decent numbers for his first appearance. And now Vitano. We'll do it all here. Mick misses to the right-hand side. It'll stay at 22 points to 8. Let's go downstairs to Eloise Sawyer.
Yeah, I've got Bradman Best alongside me. Bradman, Fletcher Sharp was involved in that try there to set up the second half. Just talk to us about how he's been in the off-season coming into this halves partnership.
Yeah, it's good. It's a new challenge for him. He's obviously moved into the halves. But, yeah, you know, he's had a real good off-season, obviously training there. And, yeah, I guess he's got his first AC tonight, and, yeah, it's good.
Adam O'Brien talked about his footy IQ being something he's never seen before. Can you give us an insight into that?
Oh, he's just a rare footballer. He just knows where to be, knows where to pop up at the right time. And, yeah, he's a smart kid, and he loves being coached. He's very coachable, so that helps as well.
How are you feeling ahead of 2025? You ready to go?
Yeah, excited. Can't wait.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bradman Best along with Kalen Ponga, 2 stars for the Newcastle Knights. They need to be able to stay on the field. In 2025, they miss plenty of game time again. Ponga, of course, with that foot injury for a period of the season last year. Bradman Best has had his hamstring issues, recurring issues there in the seasons. They both played 20-plus games in the regular season, Mick. And the Knights are capable of scoring plenty of points. We know that. Here they are.
They've liked some of his work. Sewer off the interchange bench. He's sharp, adventuring and scheming. Picks up Hastings.
It's a restarted set of 6. Has them on the attack again. Arthur, little head fake out of dummy half. Left-hand side picks up Sewer once again. Quickish play the ball as well. Hastings goes to Gamble, and a short ball off the hit there for Salesa Leamawana. And then you take to the ground there. So it comes to Hastings out the back. Gamble for Sharp. Chance for McCarthy. He backed himself. And the Newcastle Knights have gone back to back.
Yeah, really nice sequence of play here from Fletcher Sharp, who's debuting in that number 6 jersey. Busy. Kurt Gidley-like, where he's just bouncing around and popping up in all different parts of the field. That was the run, the powerful run from Leamawana. And he picked up Conavatana, and then they went from the right-hand side all the way across to the left-hand side. Nice work from Hastings, linking up with his former halves partner, Tyson Gamble, who found Sharp. And then a powerful barnstorming run. Great work there from McCarthy. Just accelerates and shrugs off the tackle attempt there from Jordan Semrani. And Newcastle now all of a sudden 2 tries in succession. And a chance to edge a little closer after a big halftime lead to the Eels.
Saw Kyle McCarthy make his debut back in round 24 last year against the Sharks. It was his first try of 2025, albeit in a pre-season game, but different complexion has come over this game now. 10 points, the difference at the moment remains there. Vitano missing from both sides of the field, 22 points to 12. Well, they've shaken off the dropsies they had either side of half-time.
Well, they have.
They've gone back-to-back in the space of 3 minutes. A good set to get the set restart to begin with. And without the Eels touching the ball, they've added 8 points, Newcastle.
Well, they've got through 6 of their 7 sets, Warren. You're spot on. 86% completion rate in the second half. Guess what? Parramatta not one. They haven't got through any of their 4 sets. There's Moses watching on closely. Along with their big off-season signing, Zach Lomax. What a season he had last year. But Parramatta just unable to get into this second half. Newcastle 2 tries and all the possession with them.
Yet to take the field in 2025. He's got some bark missing though.
Yeah.
Mitch Moses.
Good signs.
They've been ripping in. Best pre-season ever. Chop that one out.
Yeah, that's
Never been fitter.
that time
never
of
been
year,
bigger.
I tell you, I've been impressed when Newcastle have controlled the footy. The work of Jaden Brayley, I thought he was their best in the opening half, but Matt Arthur having some nice moments too since coming on to start the second half around the ruck.
Explore his left-hand side once again. McEwen to play. Arthur looking for a chance here to provide something out of dummy half. Last tackle in this set. Massive possession swing going the Newcastle Knights' way in this second half. Kick comes down to Miller-Stephen. He made that error, putting Parramatta Eels under pressure, and they've coughed up points off the back of it. No, Brown. Oh, now coming into the line quickly. Good work there from Matt Arthur, up in their face. Sprinted out of the line.
Yeah, I love that. Matt Arthur just getting off the line. Really putting this Parramatta side under pressure. There's Penasini, who I'm sure he's played a lot of junior footy with in the lower grades at Parramatta. Just coming out of the line to shorten him up as we see McEwen out of marker. And Parramatta struggling to find metres here.
Riley playing it eventually. The kick, Joshua Lynn down that far channel. Down here as he brought back by Newcastle, and they'll begin just outside their own 30. Plenty of changes now from both coaches. I dare say some players who are trying trial deals and also on the development list for both teams have opened a few wires here this evening. Arthur from dummy half to Hastings. Sharp keeps it going. And a chance for Vitano, but decides to hang on to it. Play number 5 in the set here. Good ball from Croker. Equally good tackle though, made by William Latu. Otherwise, Croker was away one-on-one with the fullback. Gamble to the air. A contest there from the Newcastle Knights and Parramatta coming up with possession to begin here inside their own 10. Nice catch made by Papali. Well, over from Iongi in the fullback role. And
this is the side
solid.
Was that you mentioned that Adam O'Brien, and well, in fact, both coaches would like to have seen a little more in the first half. Plenty of errors. Guymer hit hard. The game's starting to find a little bit of rhythm, bit of flow in the second half.
One more here from inside their 30. Smith to kick from dummy half. Just goes down the middle of the field and will bounce down towards Aoki. The 3 try scorers for the Newcastle Knights is Gamble. His left-hand side. Samo now. Arthur. For Croker. Jonathan Gow is coming out of the line quickly there, and they might have been called out. Just dropped off on the effort. Sharp to Gamble. Plenty of options for the 6 jersey for Newcastle out there at the moment. Hastings, Gamble, good to Sharp. Croker a little bit dusty behind scenes. This left-hand side. They will play it there. Here is Gamble. Puts it in the air. Comes down to Miller-Stephen. He makes the catch and sees some space, and is stopped just outside the 20. Dylan Brown still out there. Imagine he won't see the full 80 minutes tonight. If he does, he'll get a bit of fitness under his belt, Nick.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Obviously, he's had that knee injury as we see the trainers going to work with cramp starting to set in. Penasini struggling as Offengawi carries up. And it looks like he's succumbed to those cramps as Cartwright adventures. Oh, chance for an intercept. It was going to be one or the other. It was going to be a try for Parramatta, or it was going to be down the other end with Sateni to Como. The left winger for Newcastle just plucks the ball out of the air into the left hand and then just can't control it through the fingertips. He was all over it, the young fella. Spent some time at the Cronulla Sharks. And now up there in the Hunter. And Parramatta now a chance to find some ascendancy in the second half.
As Brown shows it. 3-on-3. Harley here wrapped up pretty comfortably though, as the Knights were filled by the work of Brown. Tyson Gamble, experienced as he is. So Brock Parker takes a carry. Riley Smith counting heads at dummy half. Comes through The hands now through Lynn down that right-hand side. Cartwright keeps it going. They're 30 metres out. Played there through Sam Rani. He's off for Ngowi. So they weren't ready on the line, so he takes about 15 metres out of Newcastle's defence. Smith comes flat back to the middle from Lynn to Brown to Parley. Bypasses everybody. Miller-Stephen is there. Wrapped up by Jones and also Aoki. We've got one more play from the sideline. Comes to Brown, who stepped Hastings easily. Then a flick pass out the back from Latu.
Hand over.
They've put it down.
Yeah, Jackson Hastings just making an effort play there to come out of the line, put Dylan Brown under pressure. Beaten with footwork, but that was enough just to disrupt their intercept options, Parramatta. And in the end, Guymer now just going to work, teeing off here. Charlie Guymer out of the line. Dylan Brown, though, looking sharp with the footwork early in the season as Connor Vitano hits strongly. Leo Thompson, twin brother, out there for the first time.
Tyrone, and they are identical twins. And I mean, it's like the Morris brothers.
Yeah.
But there must be something that identifies them. He hasn't got the rat's tail. Well, Tyrone hasn't got the rat's tail. Leo has a bit of a rat's tail, doesn't he?
Okay. Yeah, well, maybe he can wear those calf socks through the year.
Wow.
That's a 40-20.
If they get a chance together, it might be difficult.
40-20 from Tyson Gamble.
It's a 40-20. It's a 40-20. Tap here.
Big kick by Tyson Gamble gives Newcastle a chance to keep the roll going here. 10 points in arrears. Still just on 22 minutes remaining in this first of a twin bill tonight on Fox League. Dolphins and Cowboys there next. Jason Riles, rookie coach here for Parramatta. And let's go close there. Christian Wolf, rookie coach for the Dolphins, up next. Crash ball, terrific pass, and a try scored by Jermaine McEwen. You wrapped him, Mick. Said he gets a chance here with Newcastle. Former schoolboy star at Newington College, and here he is.
He is an absolute weapon. Out on the left edge, Jermaine McEwen, and just bustled his way over. Let's have a look there at the kick there from Tyson Gamble. It was a beauty. Wonderful 40-20, and then wasting no time after, just a step out of dummy half. But Gamble, the man that got the 40-20, lays on a beautiful ball for young Jermaine McEwen, the New South Wales under-19s in 2023. SG Ball Player of the Year, 5 New South Wales Cup games last year, and a swan dive, if you don't mind, to the southern end of McDonald Jones Stadium on debut. The young fella, what a run, what a try.
A fair bit of ability and the flair for the dramatic to go with it.
Yes.
Put it down emphatically. 22-16.
There's a bit to like was from some of the young guys we've seen come on for Newcastle, isn't there?
He adds the extra 2 points, 22-18. We've got a game here up next. The Dolphins and the Cowboys. Here is Christian Wolf. Fascinating game between the Dolphins and the Cowboys up there at Barlow Park in Cairns as we head up the coast, the east coast of Australia. It's Friday night in the pre-season. Summertime Rugby League right here on Fox League. The Knights through Arthur with Matt Croker, who's recovered from that knock some 5 or so minutes ago here for the Newcastle Knights. Last play in the set, Gamble produced a 40-20. kick. He wants to sit up or just touch the dead ball line there.
Hit the line.
And will be a 20-minute restart for the Parramatta Eels. Interesting that Christian Wolf has followed Craig Fitzgibbon's lead last couple of weeks ago. Last week, Craig Fitzgibbon gave Daniel Holdsworth the reins as the first trial was concerned for the Sharks.
On-field decision is it hits the line and goes dead.
We've hit the chalk. We'll get another look at it here in a moment. And now Christian Wolf just delayed his first head coaching appearance.
We've cleared all aspects of play up to this point. The ball
job.
strikes the dead ball line, which makes it dead. The challenge is unsuccessful.
For the Dolphins against the Cowboys here tonight. So we confirm that it was on the line. The Knights challenged that. So that's done and dusted.
Yeah.
Curious one to challenge on.
Just looking from the commentary box there, Matt Croker coming from the field now from Newcastle. And there's still a little on the line here for the Knights. The pre-season challenge worth some money, and they've certainly shown some fight in the second half after being down 22 points to 4. And had that kick have sat up, the momentum is all with Newcastle. But 7 tackles now for the Parramatta side as Thompson makes a nice collision up on the halfway line.
Charlie Guyman is back out there. The one on roll tonight in the 13 jersey for Jason Riles. On his left-hand side, Latu. 35 metres out. 4 plays gone. Offer Hingawi through Guymer. Then Lynn. Chance for Papali into the backfield. Links up there with Jordan Samrani. That was lovely work by the Parramatta Eels to the delight of Zach Lomax and Mitch Moses. They hit back after the Knights had scored 3 straight.
Yeah, it was a kick that only went dead by a fraction from Tyson Gamble, but Parramatta wastes no time. Good ball playing there from Guymer. And the work from Lynn squaring up the defensive line, really testing that space out there around Fletcher Sharp, who's defending at that left half position for the first time for Newcastle. Did a really good job, and it was Papali who just sliced through again. He's had some nice moments, Josh Papali, and found Sam Rani, who's been out there for the duration of the game. Good work from Lynn, that showed it perfectly, but the acceleration off the mark from Papali, the difference. And just looming on the outside, Sam Rani, the former Dogs combination of Papali and Sam Rani, making the difference for Parramatta as they again pull away from Newcastle.
Hails from Redcliffe in Queensland. Does Jordan Samrani. Redcliffe-like conditions in Newcastle here this evening. As the Eels edge away, 26 points to 18. Nice strike by Jocelyn. We go downstairs once again to Eloise.
Yeah, thanks very much. Parramatta's new signing, Zach Lomax, alongside me. Zach, impressive early signs from your new club.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we started really, really well. We've probably gone away from it a little bit. We haven't completed as we would have liked, but I think the effort has been unbelievable from the boys from the start.
Just saying off there, you're saying you absolutely love it in these new colours. Talk to us about why you're loving Parramatta so much.
Oh, I just love the feel amongst the whole group. It's so good, and from the coaching staff all the way down, I absolutely love it. And yeah, footy's finally back.
Jason Riles, obviously, as he gets stacked live on television. Zach, give it up for the crowd for Zach Lomax. Just lastly, quickly, Zach, Jason Riles obviously taking over as head coach. Talk to his impact on this club.
Yeah, he's been unreal. Obviously, Riles, he's been around so much success, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed my time. And yeah, he's been so refreshing to all the boys, all the young boys. Yeah, it's been really good.
Go and get whoever just stacked you.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Welcome to the Parramatta Eels, Zach Lomax. Fun and games. The boys on the bench, obviously. Attacking. Probably a good thing that wasn't on camera. Certainly. The Eels come down the short side. This is on camera and well worth watching. Mel Stephen, he'll stride away, and they've now gone back to back. Some good hands to keep it alive down this narrow left edge, and the Eels now running away with it here at the back end of the game. Still 15 remaining, but they've pushed it out to 32 to 18.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with this Newcastle. He certainly brought a little bit of spark since coming on. Twiddle, back-to-back plays down that left-hand side. And nice acceleration from Miller-Stevens. Had an error earlier, which Newcastle were able to capitalise on and score. This time he gets it right. Lussick pushing back through the middle and showing great speed. Missed last year with a knee injury. He scored a try in his opening 9 minutes of his NRL debut back in 2023 after Miller-Stevens. That's an important one in the pre-season. Nice work from the left winger.
The two teams certainly giving the fans here at McDonald Jones Stadium plenty of value for their money tonight. 32-18, lots of points being scored. 5 tries in total now in this second half. The last 2 in a brace to the Eels.
One thing that I think Jason Rolls will be pleased with is no doubt on the back of the performances last year in Origin, Mitch Moses will be there again. And Boltman in the first half, and this man Lynn from the sideline who adds the extras. He's had some nice moments, so some depth in key positions for Parramatta. Something to like out of tonight, that's for sure.
The work of Lussick here to stay alive from dummy half. That was impressive, and then realised that Miller-Stevens was unmarked, hugging the sideline like all good wingers should. Runs away to make it 34 points to 18, 14 left here in Newcastle. And the Knights having got themselves back into the game as quick as that. Look up, it's a 16-point differential. And they begin from their own goal line. Jason Riles, he said he was happy to strip it all back at the beginning of the pre-season. Just try and just break everything down, start again. After they spent, of course, the Eels under Brad Arthur and then Trent Barrett in the second half of the season. Hard to believe that Eels lineup, given, of course, the injuries that they did have at various stages, was forced to the final game of the season to avoid the wooden spoon. Play like this in 2025, that won't be a factor. Nice. Worked it away from their own end. Aoki here.
Yeah, Aoki under duress there from Guymer. Out of the line, looking for heavy contact, but just absorbed it, Aoki. Scored a try, and it's a good moment, the young fella.
Takama, one-time shark, will play it here just inside the halfway line. Comes Cant. Left-hand side, little look, but just takes it into the teeth of the Parramatta defence. Here's Price back on the field, and a pass off the head there of the Eels.
First one this way.
Looks like it would have been play on, but the whistle blew.
Yeah, he's only just come onto the field, but he's certainly been aggressive in what he's doing. As Nunva at left centre for Parramatta, you can see him out of the line there, just putting pressure on, hit him in the melon, the footy. Vitano unable to control the quick catch and pass. He was under some pressure, the young man from Nunva. And again, Parramatta now chance to really start and close out this game with 12 minutes to go. It's a great time of year, was where we really get to see the next stars that are coming through. Obviously tomorrow night with the Indigenous and Maori game, we'll see some real top liners go head to head. But some of these pre-season games, particularly in the second half, it's great to see the talent that's coming through and emerging, and a penalty here for Parramatta. There's been a lot to like for both coaches, I think, with some of their young stars just stepping up and handling that next level.
Well, we saw Riley Smith before Lussick took over the dummy half role. He was impressive on a train and trial deal at the moment. Twiddle likewise. Brock Parker, William Latu, all of them looking for a chance.
He's been impressive. I think this man here off the bench tonight. Sam Tuitavati.
Here's Lynn searching on his right-hand side. Partly taken down there. Tackle. Just 10 metres out from the Newcastle line. Run through Lynn. They keep it going. Guymer. Here he is again, putting his hand up to Avati. Right in front of the uprights, midway through the set. Comes to Josh Lynn, his left edge. They'll wrap up Will Latu. Only a metre out. Lussick says, who wants it? Takes them on himself. Oh, waiting for him though. Worth a shot from close range. Last play now for Parramatta. Comes back to Lynn, who kicks out wide. Plenty of tall timber out there. They all fly for it. Nobody can come up with it.
First one this way.
And it will be a knock on. Is it against the Knights?
Again, nice kick. He's been good, Lynn, since coming onto the field. Perfectly weighted. A metre out from the try line. Takamo just unable to come down with the footy. Under pressure there as Louisio come through. And Parramatta now with the full set.
Bring it over in the middle. You're over at the post.
Just not happy to lift the sharp with their starting position.
They've got those eyes and cross those T's. Even here in the pre-season. Parker now. Charging hard. Lussick at dummy half. Geimer there. Bypasses him. Lynn goes very flat out here to William Latu. Some nice lines on this left edge. Stopped there by Hetherington. Back on deck for the end of the game now. 10 remaining. 70 gone. Lynn. Parley, a little live wire in the fullback role after taking over from Iongi. And then Cartwright does what he does so well. Offload in the tackle. Touched here by the Knights, and they'll hang on to it, Parramatta.
She just it snuck up on me, but that mullet on the far side of the field, it's Fletcher Hunt. Boy, that is beautiful. Look at it. Following. Boy, it's been a big summer for Fletcher Hunt.
Well, it steps up.
Time. Look at that.
It steps up from Hetherington, who's got the mini one, and then into Fletcher Sharp, into Fletcher Hunt. Doing it by degrees. That is a cracker. The Eels go deep on the attack here through Twiddle. Only a metre out. Lussick again will have a crack. And again, they're good enough to stop him. Thomas Cant was there denying Lussick from scoring. Joey having a crack inside the 10. He's putting a kick in. Cartwright was there. Denied. Flashing across was Takamo.
He's had some nice moments, Takamo, the former Shark. And a beautiful kick there from Josh Papali. Cartwright looked certain to score, and then out of nowhere, Takamo just came flying through, taking no chances. Showing great desperation. And saves the try for Newcastle.
Imagine Will Price is thinking we'll go short here. That's exactly what they do. Outside the 20 though, well, he was flying for the Knights. Boy, Fletcher, he almost came down with it. Fletcher Hunt, acrobatic there. Lussick, short ball here. Comes across to Latu again on his left-hand side. One of the Knights left on the ground, back on his feet now. Is it Thomas Cant? A little wobbly there for a moment. Now it's play on. Kim Brown will play it just in front of the uprights. Lussick again, short ball. Parker, nothing doing there. Midway through the set, comes back to Lynn, out the back. Quick ball out wide. The pass might have been a little bit forward. Planting it down was Lazoo, and they say it's all good. Sam Lazoo scores for Parramatta, and they continue the points flow at the back end of this game.
Yeah, again, just look how straight Lynn plays here. Just really squares up the Newcastle defensive line. And just links up there with Twiddle. They've combined nicely at the back end of the game. And the ball just breezing past Takamo over to Lazoo. And it was a... Boy, don't underestimate the work he had to do here in the put down. Yeah, that's a fantastic effort there from Samuel Lazoo. He was a child star coming through the schoolboy system. Taking a little bit of time to get his opportunity, and works extremely hard out there at Kellyville. Parramatta and got an opportunity tonight with Jason Riles, giving him a chance in the second half and taking it nicely.
Yeah, from the Eels to the West Tigers on a train and trial deal at the beginning of last season, now back with Parramatta. Outstanding finish right there. Can't do it any better than that. Josh Lynn handling things nicely in the ball playing role for the Eels since coming onto the field, trying to hook it back. He's got a fair bit of hook on it. That was almost Jonathan Thurston-like, but it stays at 38 points to 18. And of course, after full time, we're off to Barlow Park, famous Barlow Park up there in Cairns. Plenty of fans heading out to see the Cowboys in Dolphins in action. Forward to that. See how Nathan Fiend, not Christian Wolf, looks after things as far as the Dolphins are concerned. The Wayne Bennett era is over at Redcliffe. Christian Wolf now with the reins ongoing. Nathan Fiend remaining as his assistant. Will call the shots for the game tonight as the Eels work it away from their own line. That is up next. Cowboys and Dolphins. Cowboys, the team that eliminated the Knights in week 1 of the finals in 2024. Cartwright working it through the middle here. Just over 5 left in our opener. And Friday night footy on Fox League. Out of the line quickly there. Looking for a shot was Wilson DeCourcy. Russell down the short side once again. They've had success here.
Yeah, he's looked. He has been dangerous. Nice bit of footwork and power.
Not chasing.
There's a kick from Lynn. And here to be fielded there by Connor Vitano in that fullback role for the Newcastle Knights after Will Price began the game there. Into the halves at the end here in the second half. I wonder what both coaches will have to say beyond full time as far as what they've seen from their teams. Jason Riles delighted with what he's had from his team. Next up, the Parramatta Eels. They'll take on the Tigers next week. Friday night game at Leichhardt Oval, 8 o'clock kickoff there. A rematch of the Spoon Bowl. Campbelltown at the end of 2024. What a build up to that game there was.
It was fascinating. The back end of last year, how it all just fell into place. Some of the games that the rugby league gods dished up for us it was a wonderful year.
The rugby league gods are dishing up the Newcastle Knights next. There's a clash against the Roof as they'll play on Sunday week, 23rd of Feb, 3:15 kickoff at Industry Group Stadium in Gosford. Traditional game. Saw that game last year.
Yeah.
Must have from dummy half. They're chipping in behind. Don't know this one will stay in play. No, it won't. It goes into touch. And this one grinding to a close now as both teams have had plenty of work to do here tonight. And the 20-point scoreline here for Parramatta. Yes, both groups are looking for a nice shower. And a trip back down the M4 for the Parramatta Eels. The ball put down here by, yes, the flying mullet, Fletcher Hunt.
Yeah, heavy collision. I think it was the contact of Max Tupou. And the ball just came skidding out between his legs. Nice tackle there underneath for Brock Parker, who's been busy since coming on. And Adam O'Brien, that man, you know, I think, you know, 38 points just is not going to please him. That's for sure. Certainly some individuals have shown some promise. Defensively, Newcastle need to be a lot better when we get into the regular season.
With a chance out the back, and Miller-Stephen has a second try from the scrum win. Midfield, lightning fast hands by the Eels, and Miller-Stephen bags a double in the second half.
Yeah, nice work from Parramatta off the scrum. Again, it's that man I mentioned, Twiddle. He's linked up beautifully with Lynn since coming onto the field. Great catch and pass. They've played really straight, the Parramatta halves. Papali's done a really good job since coming on, replacing Iongi. He's had some really nice moments. Josh Papali, his change of pace out on the edge. The speed, just too much there for DeCourcy. And on the outside of Aoki, he gets a second. Miller-Stephen. And Parramatta now into the 40s. So a good night for Jason Riles, his coaching staff and players. Good way to kick off the 25 season. And some of their young stars shining up in the Hunter.
When you almost win the wooden spoon, you'd imagine Jason Riles and Nathan Brown, would have been talking and working a lot on defence, quite obviously, but whatever they've been doing with the ball in their hands has been working a treat, because they've been extremely sharp in this first hit out for 2025. After a bit of a sloppy beginning to the second half, they put down those first 4 sets of 6 they had. They gave Newcastle a chance, and the Knights got themselves back into the game. But from that point on, the Eels have just been pretty much perfect with the ball. Faced a bit of pressure for the first time in the game. They've hit back with 3 straight tries to blow it out here to 44-18. Can't do much more than what they've done with the ball in their possession here this evening. Time for one more set of 6. See how adventurous they want to be at the back end of the game from their own end. Knights go short. Not a bad one. At line, Fletcher Hunt never left the ground. And it was one of the try scorers, Jordan Samrani, who cleans it up here for Parramatta. Plenty of points. First hit out for both clubs. 62 total to this point of the game. Ball coming free there. Charlie Lussick diving on it to keep it in Parramatta hands. 8 tries to 4 for the Eels. The all gold outfit tonight. Only their full-time away strip.
I like it. Really easy to see their numbers.
We've got one more chance here from the 40. And 3 tackles remaining. And just keep working it forward. Brown now.
He's been powerful too,
Going
Brown.
a long way. Bulldog to the ground there by Thomas Cant. Final few seconds. Here's Max Tupou now. One more play in. Chance on his left-hand side. But Twiddle once again stops off the left foot. Back on the inside. He comes back to Brown, who goes close, but no cigar. As the siren sounds, an impressive first outing for Parramatta in 2025 at full-time here in Newcastle. They've taken down the Knights 44 points to 18.